elevates your life, then healing should be the most expensive thing on earth. So why is it always overlooked? My name is LaTosha Holbrook, and I am the founder of Is A Style Café. And I didn't come here to talk about cannabis. I came here to talk about healing, legacy, and responsibility in this space. I came here because for a long time, I watched people normalize suffering. I watched people push through exhaustion. I watched people push through pain, push through anxiety, push through survival. And somewhere along the way, we have normalized suffering. We started celebrating it. And that is dangerous. For me, cannabis is more than cannabis. This is personal. My mother has lupus. My grandmother had lupus, my sisters have lupus, and I also have a sister who has bipolar disorder. And I remember watching the people I love for so long take medication after medication and never feeling like themselves. And what hurt me the most was realizing how many people was actually surviving, but not living. So then I had to ask myself one question. When did suffering become normal? When did we allow suffering to become normal that people forget that healing is even possible? When I built this, I didn't build this for aesthetics. I built it because I was tired of watching the people I loved suffer in systems that were never designed here to heal them. So then I asked myself another question, which I want you guys to do too. I want you to close your eyes and think about someone who you know that is suffering. Someone that you know, or even a time in your own life where you were suffering or felt discouraged. And when you think about that feeling right there, this is why this industry matters. This is why we exist. This is why. Because we live in a world addicted to more. All you see out there, even in there, what do you see? More products, more noise, more stimulation, more consumption, more pressure, more burnout. When in reality, we have very few people being taught how to slow down, how to use this plant properly, how to listen to our bodies, how to recognize what it actually feels like to feel peace. And honestly, a lot of people don't even realize how disconnected they are with themselves until they finally experience peace. And that's actually what changed everything for me. I stopped asking myself, how can we sell more? I mean, so many dispensaries are going up left and right. How can we sell more? No, that's not the question. We need to understand how can we make people feel better. We need to understand what it is that connects people with their selves. And that is why I built Is A Style Café. Because cannabis is being scaled too fast. Cannabis is not casual. Dispensaries are growing fast, brands are launching fast, products are dropping fast. But speed and healing is not the same thing. This is not a casual plant, people. And sometimes when industries grow too fast, because the cannabis industry grew way too fast, that we miss the important part. The education. Why this plant was put here in the first place. This plant is very, very important. We created access. But access without understanding can become misuse. And that's the part that we don't talk about enough. We are at a very important moment right here because we have a choice. We can build in an industry centered around hype, speed, the fancy machines, consumptions, or we could build an industry centered around education, wellness, intentional healing. We are seeing too often overconsumption, education. Aesthetics without intention. When education is missing, people forget what, guys? Dosage, terpene interactions, tolerance levels, nervous system sensitivities, actually what even triggers their emotional state, or how cannabis even affects their bodies directly. We are all different, and that is wellness. That is the key that is missing in cannabis, the wellness. Even when we come to these conventions, I go to a lot of conventions, and people win a lot of awards. A lot of awards for what? Who we got the highest? What hash looked the prettiest? What wax is the coolest? The key reason why we're even in the industry is because we are here to heal people. We are here to show people different. We are leaving people confused. We are leaving people dependent on this same thing that this plant wasn't put here for. And then we have to ask ourselves, what makes us different than any other industry? Everybody addicted to crack. What is the difference? In the bed in the 80s, now we're just making it legal. And that's not where we are here. People are using powerful products without understanding what they're actually using. And I think we have to be careful, especially as this industry grows. Because this plant has become too trendy before we were taught people how to actually fully understand this plant as a whole. We are taught how to buy cannabis, how to grow it, but not always how to build that relationship with it. So instead of intentional healing, we have people consuming too much. We have people understanding less, and that is not entirely the consumer fault. Because cannabis is not one thing. It is a system. Products evolve faster than conversations. Markets evolve faster than understanding. And now we are centered and entering in an era where consumers actually want more than branding. They want guidance. They want personal. They want experience that actually supports their lifestyle. And we don't lack products. We don't. We lack access. A strain is not just a name, it's different strains for every part of us. Different strains for our health, different strains for our anxiety. It's a different conversation with our body. This plant is power. And cannabis with power and power without education, again, becomes misuse. And that imbalance matters. Not everything natural is harmless. And not everything powerful should be treated casually, like we keep doing. And that shift is exactly what the next era of cannabis looks like. And it will be completely different from the last one. Right now, many consumers will shop emotionally instead of intentionally. Instead of understanding, they are shopping based off the THC percentages. We are shopping based off of packaging. We are shopping based off of hype, trends, what we see on social media and strand names. But Thai THC does not automatically mean healing. And that misunderstanding is creating bad experiences. Some people are increasing anxiety without even knowing it. Some people are increasing stress. They're overstimulating their nervous system. And some people are consuming products that are completely misaligned with their body's chemistry. Why? Because when we go into the dispensaries, we are just simply asking, do you want an indica? Do you want a hybrid? Do you want a sativa? When we're growing, we're just growing instead of, what does this plant actually do for the nervous system? What does this plant actually do for someone who has cancer? Someone who has bipolar disorder? And that misunderstanding is why people are saying cannabis doesn't work. Why people are saying cannabis made me paranoid. Why people are saying cannabis is being used and promoted to be used in public. Like it's just a drug. And that's because we are promoting that in the music. We are promoting that in social media. And the next generation is not understanding the proper use of this plant. They were never educated properly. A strand is a strand because it is medicine. Terpenes matter. Cannabinoids matter. Timing matter. Dosage matter. Environments matter. Your nervous system matters. So when we think luxury, what do we think? Money, Chanel, Gucci. But why not cannabis? Why not cannabis? Why not wellness? Luxury is well-being. Luxury is what you put, when we give ourselves the standard of. We are gaining and moving and working towards what? A luxury life. Yet we forget that our bodies, our mindset, our energy is luxury. We live in a culture now that where people can name designer bags and they can name all of this stuff faster than they can name a terpene profile. It's so many people out there that doesn't even know what a terpene profile is. People are knowing luxury but not nervous system regulation. And that is a problem. Because when we think status, we think the wrong things, but when the real luxury is understanding your mind, your body, and your peace. So why not cannabis? Why do we not associate our luxury with fashion, but not wellness, not cannabis? People spend thousands of dollars trying to look elevated. We all wake up every day to look the flyest, but how many of you spend thousands of dollars trying to understand your healing, your peace, your presence? The highest elevation possible, but people hesitate to invest in their healing. And that is a mindset shift, especially in this industry that all of us need to change. Because healing is wealth, peace is wealth, presence is wealth. And I don't know about you all, but we all deserve wealth. Luxury is peace, is rest, is softness, is understanding your nervous system and having safety, and it's the ability to slow down without guilt. Now that's the real luxury. And a lot of us have never even experienced the peace. So I want you guys to understand that Life is a Style Café is not a coffee shop, no. It's a healing environment. I want us people to walk into a space where they can exhale, not rush, not perform, not feel judged, but just to breathe. Because most spaces are transactional. Your dispensary is transactional. Other coffee shops you go into is transactional. Everything you do is transactional. You walk in, you buy something, you leave. But your healing, the reason why all of us are here today, this is not transactional. Healing happens in relationships. Healing happens in environments. Healing happens in conversations. Healing happens when you understand what matters. Healing happens when you have personalized profiles made just for you. And that is why we have Life is a Style Café. Because I'm not building a place centered around consumption like we keep seeing. I'm building a place centered around awareness, healing. Healing environments matter. The lighting, the music, the intentional drinks, the warmth in the air, the conversations, all of that matters. For many people, coffee is the first pause before the world stops demanding stuff from them. All of us wake up and have a cup of coffee, or if you haven't, or you're not a coffee drinker, you have done it before. Coffee is already a ritual. So you know what I did? I just elevated it. Imagine walking into a wellness center, and instead of guessing, they know your dosage, they know what strands affect your body, they know sleep support, they know stress patterns, they know you. Not every cup is designed for each person. Now every cup becomes intentional for that person, measured for that person, designed for their experience, rooted in their presence. We serve community, a healing cup designed. We don't just serve drinks. We serve environments, atmospheres. We serve nervous system regulations. Because people are exhausted. And not just physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And most spaces today constantly take from us our attention, our money, our energy, our nervous system. store and you're going to get something, and then something irritates you. Now you're in the store with an attitude. I want us to build a space that's to give something back. I want us to build a space where someone can walk in and finally excel. A space where finally cannabis can be used in the proper way. We serve moments of alignment, moments of support, moments of ritual. It's choosing to meet your body with care instead of punishment. And for some people, that moment matters than we realize. Because sometimes healing doesn't begin with medicine. Sometimes it begins with finally feeling safe. And just understand that fuel wellness is not escape. It is not. It's understanding your body, loving on your body, and understanding who you are. Healing does not have to look clinical. It can look beautiful. It can look elevated. It can look like why we're here today, people. It can look like cannabis. It can feel worthy. So raise your hand if you ever spent money that made you feel good. But it made you feel good temporary, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Temporary,
yes, that
long-term,
temporary
yeah.
feeling. But now keep your hand up if you ever spend that much time into your own body. Now that's the gap. That's the opportunity. Because for decades, people have been treated like average. And I don't know about you, but average is not what we're here to do. Average recommendations, average treatment, average cannabis conversations. How many events do you go to and you hear the same conversations? The same wellness plan. But healing is not average. Cannabis was not designed here to be average. And neither are people. And that's why I believe the future of wellness has to become more personal, more intentional, more informed, more human. And that's where artificial intelligence come in. We're living in a world where AI is taking over people, and we have to get ahead of it. Artificial intelligence is not here to replace intuition. It is here to help us understand patterns faster, as well as understand people faster. Because healing is not a one-size-fits-all, and neither is cannabis. We should not be coming in these dispensaries and asking people, do you want an indica? Because this indica may relax this person, or this sativa may calm this person, or this hybrid may help this person sleep, but the same strain you may give it to the next person, and now the next person is having a chemical imbalance. Because that strain was not built for each person. Understanding your body. And right now we are still in the early stage. The early personal healing, the AI wellness, the intentional cannabis hospitality environment. But when people move with integrity now, we will shape the future of what this industry becomes. Because right now people are self-medicating blindly. They don't track the emotional shifts when they take the cannabis or they do their dabs. They're not paying attention to the habits or the dosage reactions, or their sleep quantity, or their nervous system responses, or their terpene sensitivities, or the overstimulating patterns. They're not taking the time to do that. So the same mistake keep repeating. The AI changes that. Because AI can recognize patterns better and faster than humans can. And they see where we miss. For example, if your customer is coming in and reporting that their mental clarity is better because of pine-rich strands, their anxiety is better after higher THC strands, they are improved sleep because of less THC profiles, or they had overstimulation because of something combined. Now AI can begin to identify those patterns and connect them to their body's healing experience. Because when we go into these dispensaries and we go into these conventions, we are yet to hear, congratulations, this dispensary helped so many people with their anxiety. Congratulations, this dispensary helped so many people with cancer. Congratulations, this dispensary helped a lot of children with epilepsy, autism. We are missing what we are here to do. So imagine a cafe that learns what your body needs, that learns your support. A business that understands that this shift early will lead the future of this industry. The future is not artificial, it is intentional. AI can help people ask better questions about their health. They can help guide education. They can help us understand what strands are right for each person's body. And we can actually make a difference in the cannabis industry. It can help to reduce dangerous guesswork and support personal healing journeys, allowing us to understand that, again, one strain may calm anxiety for another, but that same strain can increase anxiety for another person. One terpene profile may support sleep for one person, but it also can cause brain fog for another. We can no longer keep giving people the same thing because everybody is different. Every nervous system is different. Every healing journey is different. Imagine walking into a cafe and your experience is tailored to your body instead of being sold the same product. That is not crazy. This is the future. This is next. This is where AI becomes powerful because we do not need more products. We need more tools that we can track stress patterns, terpene reaction, sleep quality, emotional responses, dosage experiences, energy shifts, consumption habits. When we go to plant those products and we have these farms, what are we planting for? What are these plants for? Just to make money? We are bigger than salespeople. We are not here to control people. We want to help them. We want them to understand and feel better. The future is intentional with experiences that are personalized. And this is what these dispensaries are missing. This is what the farmers are missing. This is what we are missing. Everyone is different who walks in your door. Every plant is different. Someone struggling with sleep, someone struggling with anxiety, someone struggling or managing pain, someone needing focus, or someone who is simply recovering emotionally. Because someone who just had a bad breakup should not be given the same strand as someone who got a back problem. But when you go into these dispensaries, we are not asking the right questions. When we go to plant these plants, we are not asking the right questions or doing the right research. And people don't just need products. We need the right tools. And when combined with the right responsible cannabis education, we create more informed healing. And now we become powerful. We become using the plant the right way. People need more understanding. They need a place where they can feel seen, they can feel safe, they can feel worthy. And AI can help reduce the guessing. Not by replacing doctors, not by replacing our intuition, not by replacing their wisdom, but by helping us recognize patterns faster within these plants. So I want you to say something with me. I am not just building a business, I am creating impact. I am responsible for the way that these people are experiencing this plant. And when you think about that, sit with that for a minute. Because now you have to understand that the future of cannabis is combining intentional cannabis education, wellness tracking, nervous system awareness, behavior patterns, and AI-supported personalized profiles all in one space will become the future of what this industry needs to be. Now healing is more precise. Now cannabis is used properly. And now we are doing what we are actually here to do. So just imagine you wake up exhausted. You haven't slept well in weeks. Your nervous system is overwhelmed. The kids are getting on your nerves. The stress of life, the stress of work, your body is inflamed. Your mind won't slow down. We don't go into Starbucks. We don't go into the latest dispensary. You walk into your design wellness space that understands you. No judgment, no pressure, no guessing. Your wellness profile already understands because you have downloaded the app. You have entered all your information, your age, your weight, your blood type, what the doctor said, all that is on your profile. So now when you come into the store, we have a drink that is tailored for you. Now we have the strand that is tailored for you. Now we know how you sleep. We know what stresses your body. We know what terpene profile can calm your nervous system. We know what routines improve your bodies, but we also know what ingredients to put in that cup to support your healing. And instead of being sold a product, you are now guided into an intentional experience. So now we have to ask ourselves as I close up, are you guys here to sell? Are you here just to plant? Are you here to just be a farmer? Are you here to just sell products? Or are we here to serve the people like we were put here to do? Because the next billion-dollar wellness company, the next billion-dollar cannabis company will not just sell products. We will sell understanding. And yes, people, I did say like Is A Style Café, we do have coffee because that just brings the people in the door. The coffee brings the people in the door. But the real mission is helping people feel understood. Every single person around in this room, as you walk out, these are all cannabis professionals. But you guys are shaping wellness, hospitality, medicine, the laws, the farms, technology, mental health culture, human experiences. And that responsibility is bigger than sales. This is bigger than money. We don't need more products, we need more intention. Because when intention is used with cannabis, you're not escaping your life. You are learning how to heal it. I don't believe the future of cannabis is mass selling, mass farms, buying acres and doing all that. I believe the future of wellness is mass healing. I believe the future of cannabis is personalized healing, lowering your body, meeting people where they are, instead of allowing people and forcing people into the same experience. Being in this industry is a privilege that we take for granted. A lot of people do not look at cannabis as a luxury, and why is that? We spend thousands of dollars on these strands, thousands of dollars on these plants, just to roll it up and just throw it away, basically. We promote it in a way that should not be. We are holding something that can calm people's anxiety, supports people's pain, shift people's mental state. Did we forget that? And not only that, it reconnects people. It brings people together. We cannot keep building this industry the same way all of these other industries are built. Through manipulation, through dependency, through overconsumption, through hype, through packaging, through flashy colors. Technology supports healing. We have powerful plants that support healing. Because for the first time, we have AI, who combined with wellness and cannabis, we have the ability to stop treating everyone the same. For years, wellness has been reactive. People wait until they burn out. People wait until they are so really tired, till they're overly stressed, till their anxiety is destroyed, till their stress is destroyed. And then they wait to force their bodies to slow down because now you have no choice. Okay, well, I'll just stay home and rest today. When in reality, we should have been understanding that from the beginning. But what if you had the technology that already recognized that imbalance, that already sets your reminder, hey, get that coffee in the morning, get those ingredients, start that day? What if AI can help people understand what stress supports their nervous system, what terpene profiles improve their sleep, what routines reduce their stress, what ingredients improves their body? Because when we go get that cup of coffee, all of us are not the same. So why does my cup of coffee and your cup of coffee have the same cup of coffee? Okay, we should not. We should not be drinking and eating and consuming or smoking the same product. What consumption habits hurt our body? No one talks about what hurts your body. When you take a strand, the side effects of the strand. We are not educating people enough. The paranoia, all of that, that's not because the strand was bad. It's because the chemistry did not mix well with your biology, with your body. But that doesn't mean that the next person might not enjoy this. That doesn't mean that if you try something else that is according to your body, that it will help. And now we are taking away the guessing game. And now we are not looking at cannabis the bad way anymore. Now when we go to build our dispensaries and we go to talk to these retailers who are giving us these leases, they are looking at us differently. Because now we are showing people how we are properly using these plants instead of keep allowing us to just be another recreational. We are not recreational. We are here to support our bodies. The conversation changes everything when you understand what the plant is for. Because now the cannabis becomes more than consumption. It becomes information, it becomes personalization, it becomes intentional wellness. And that is the future. The future is not one product fits all. The future is understanding each person individually. The different bodies respond different nervous systems respond different trauma. And we also have to encounter that. People's trauma are different. Everyone's strands should be different according to their body's trauma, recognizing that. And that is where AI comes in. AI and cannabis and wellness together becomes powerful. Now we are creating experiences that are personalized, intentional, informed, adaptive, and healing-centered. One cup, one plant, one decision. Life is a Style Café is learning how to combine human connections, wellness, conversations, and education. Not only that, but cannabis science and AI supporting personalization that will shape the future of this industry. Not by selling products, but by helping people understand themselves correctly. We are the next era of wellness in cannabis. Life is a Style Café is currently what this industry needs to be. And we are what the future is becoming. Because the next generation of people are looking at the social media. They are looking at the hype. They are looking at the rappers and all of this. These conventions are different than when you come to the buyers convention. When you come to the consumers convention, you see the different crowds. You see who is there. We need to meet them where they are. We need to understand each person is different. We need to use the right tools. We need to shift how we change the way we present these products. Life is a Style Café is the future of dispensaries. The future of the beginning of changing lives. We are working with something powerful and power without ethics. There were moments I did question this vision. Moments where I didn't have no funding, moments where I was uncertain, moments where I didn't believe any of this would work, just the vision. But I'm standing here because it wasn't easy, but because I refused to stop, and I refused to allow this to continue. Every time I thought about quitting, I thought about the people who deserve better healing. Every time I thought about quitting, I thought about the people who were using cannabis wrong. I thought about the dispensaries who are selling cannabis the wrong way. I thought about the farmers who are farming the wrong way. People who are addicted to medicine that were never designed to heal them. People like my family. So if you're in this room, you can make a difference. And if you're in this room and you've been doubting yourself or sitting on a vision that you're too scared to fully commit to, this is your confirmation. None of us are here by an accident. I'm here to tell you, you do not need permission to build something meaningful. You do not need permission to say, you know what, today I'm going to change how I sell cannabis, how I consume cannabis, how I teach cannabis, even how I farm my cannabis. You don't need permission to heal people. That is what we're here for. We are here because we are meant to build something that matters. Cannabis is way bigger than us. It's an honor to be in this industry. We need to treat it like it. One plant, one cup, one decision. This is why this matters. Because people don't just want products anymore. They want understanding. They want guidance. They want experience designed with intention. So I tell you guys, cannabis changed my life. Cannabis can change a life. And I believe when combined with education, intention, and wellness, plus a little artificial intelligence, it can change the future of healing. The future is not about selling more people. The future is about understanding people better. One cup, one conversation, one experience at a time can help people reconnect to themselves. And maybe that becomes the difference between surviving and truly healing. My name is LaTosha Holbrook, founder of Is A Style Café. And I believe the next era of wellness will not belong to the loudest companies, people. It will belong to the companies who are intentional. The ones who are brave enough to combine healing, hospitality, technology, cannabis, and human connections to build something people can actually feel. So as this industry grows, like I told you before, we gotta ask ourselves, how can we help people feel better? Because healing might be the greatest luxury that we have. Always remember, guys, it's not a habit, it's a lifestyle. Thank you for your time.